Autonym Sigismundovich. And what else? Maybe there really is a human being inside, speaks to the chest. Excuse me, do you happen to be a human being? Nastya, out of the chest. Certainly not. I'm a respectable young woman. Everyone, a respectable young woman. Valerian, uncle, what respectable young woman could possibly be all that is left of Russia? Autonom, a certain colonel, an old acquaintance of mine, once told me that he'd run into one of the imperial princesses on a beach in the Crimea. Valerian, which one, uncle? Autonom, Anastasia Nikolaevna, but I didn't believe him for an instant. The colonel was notoriously short-sighted and once even mistook himself for a general. Valerian, anyway, uncle, we should find out who she is. Excuse me, young lady, we're sorry to bother you, but could you possibly tell us your name? Nastya. Nastya. Valerian, what did you say? Nastya. Anastasia. Everyone, it's her, it's her, it's her. Autonom, Lord above, it's her, gentlemen. What are we going to do now? Valerian, maybe it's another Anastasia. I'm going to ask her another question. Autonom, ask her, but you have no right to directly address an imperial princess. The military code forbids it. Valerian, I'll ask her a question as if I don't suspect anything. By the way, madam, could you possibly tell us what your father happened to be called? Nastya, Nicholas. Autonom, Agafangle. Agafangle, here, your excellency. Autonom, hold me. Enter Olymp Valerianovich. Olymp, gentlemen, I hear the Poles are up in arms against the Bolsheviks. Autonom, never mind the Poles, there's going to be an uprising here. Olymp, what are you talking about? Valerian, as a matter of fact, Papa, I have just saved Russia. Olymp, how did you manage that? Valerian, it was quite simple, really. Autonom, Olymp, he has rescued one of the Grand Duchesses. Olymp, I don't believe you. Autonom, it's true, Olymp. Valerian, Anastasia Nikolaevna, Papa. Olymp, Anastasia Nikolaevna? Impossible. Valerian, she told me so herself. Olymp, where is she then? Autonom, in the chest, Olymp, right here. Olymp, in the chest? And we've got to liberate her, gentlemen. We must organize a welcome party. Valerian runs off and returns with a French baguette and salt. Autonom, what are you going to do with that? Valerian, it's bread and salt for a patriotic welcome, uncle. Dear Lord, what an historic moment. Just imagine, we're about to see our country's future in all its glory. Anatoly, uncle, open the chest quickly or all our country's future will leak away. Autonom, are you ready, gentlemen? Everyone, ready. Autonom, stand to attention, man. He opens the chest. Valerian Olympovich, uncle, do you know what you're opening? Autonom, well, what am I opening? Valerian, a new page of history. Everyone, open it. Nastya climbs out. Where am I? Autonom, safe amongst your most loyal servants, your Imperial Highness. Nastya, I think there's been some sort of mistake. Autonom, I'm ready to swear allegiance, your Imperial Highness. Nastya, oh, please don't go and do that. Olymp, believe us, your Imperial Highness. Had we but known, your Imperial Highness, that all this time you were in Moscow. Nastya, oh no, you've got it all mixed up. I just got here. Olymp, all alone, your Imperial Highness? All alone, your Imperial Highness? Nastya, now you're getting all confused. Olymp, pardon me, your Imperial Highness. With whom then? Nastya, don't be daft with my uncle. Autonom Sigismundovich, what? So the Grand Duke Mikhail Alexandrovich is also in Moscow? Hurrah! Everyone, hurrah! Nastya, oh! Olymp, your Imperial Highness, what's the matter? Nastya, I'm all wet. Olymp, we must get that dress off her at once or she'll catch a cold. Valerian, Papa, allow me. Autonom, you should be ashamed, Valerian, to speak of such things. You are no longer a child. Anatoly, then please, can I undress her, uncle? I'm still a child. Autonom, that's enough of your indecency, young man. Don't forget, this is a question of saving Russia. I shall perform the delicate operation myself. Valerian, excuse me, uncle, I was the one who saved Russia first, so why should someone else get to undress her? Olymp, gentlemen, let's put her Imperial Highness straight to bed. Everyone apart from Olymp lifts Nastya. Just think, all Russia used to support people like that, and now 5 of us can do it. They carry her off. Olymp picks up the phone and dials furiously. If I hadn't seen her with my own eyes, I'd never have believed. Hello? Hello? Stepan Stepanovich, listen to me. Stepan Stepanovich, I have some astounding information from the surest of sources. Listen! Keep calm. Do exactly what I say. Just drop whatever you're doing and buy up as many of the old credit bonds. What? What? Yes, the Tsar's credit bonds. No, I'm feeling perfectly well, thank you. I'm telling you, I have it from the most reliable. I can't go into that on the telephone. You know perfectly well that there's a commissar listening in on every line. Oh well, I'll tell you in francaise. Parce que les commissaires bolcheviques ne parlent pas un word of it. Ils ne sont que complete yobs anyway. Guess what? Quel joyeux surprise. The Grand Duchess Anastasia est arrivée ici à Moscow. What? Dans un big chest. Do you understand? Comprenez, Stepan. C'est notre big chance. Au revoir, communism, eh? Les Bolsheviks will be dans la merde. Comprenez? So, Stepan Stepanovich, achetez as many of the old bonds, comme vous pouvez, as you can before you know who hears as they are going to sore domain. Didn't you learn any French at school? Idiot! Achetez très beaucoup et au revoir. He puts down the phone. An expensive education always comes in useful. Enter Autonom Sigismundovich and Valerian Olympovich. Autonom. Quiet, gentlemen. Her Imperial Highness is fast asleep. Olymp. Gentlemen, while Her Imperial Highness is sleeping, let's decide what we're going to do. Valerian. Well, for a start, Papa, I think we should keep our voices down. Olymp, my God, if the militia should find her, Valerian, you must marry Varvara Sergeyevna today immediately. We need a communist in the family urgently. The telephone rings. Who could that be? Hello? Oh, it's you, Ilyinkin. Quoi? Oui? Oui? Plus slowly, s'il vous plaît. Oui. Au revoir, les drapeaux rouges. Oui. Achetez stocks, aussi. Miceless old ones. Oui. Je suis quill. Ne sont worth a penny maintenant. Mice tomorrow, get it. Et Ilyinkin. Passe un mat à anyone. Say, just between toi et moi, get it? Au revoir, goodbye. He puts down the phone. All right, Valerian, get ready for the wedding and send for the Gulyachkins immediately. Valerian Olympovich exits. Autonom. You know, Olymp, I think it would more politic for Her Imperial Highness to assume an alias. Well, at least until we see how things can pan out. It won't be easy getting her a housing permit. What if they work out who we've got staying here? Olymp Valerianovich. Perhaps it's a bit dodgy having a lodger called Romanov. Enter Nadezhda Petrovna. Nadezhda. Olymp Valerianovich, in the name of God, don't believe him. That man is the incarnation of evil. Olymp. What's wrong, Nadezhda? Autonom. Who is the incarnation of evil? Nadezhda. Ivan Ivanovich. Olymp. Which Ivan Ivanovich? Nadezhda. Ivan Ivanovich Sharonkin, our lodger. Autonom. What about him? Nadezhda. Nadezhda Petrovna, he says, I know that your son is no communist because he is descended from parasites. I tell you, Olymp Valerianovich, I've lived with my 100% legitimate husband for 19 long years, and that heretic says my beautiful son is descended from parasites. Olymp. But Nadezhda Petrovna, who does he think could be such a fool, excuse my language, to believe such rubbish like that? Nadezhda. You, Olymp Valerianovich, you. Only don't believe him. In the name of God, Olymp Valerianovich, don't believe him. Olymp. I won't even listen to him, Nadezhda Petrovna. Nadezhda. Olymp, who could possibly think that my sweet little Pavel isn't a communist when you yourself, Olymp, saw that he has a genuine mandate? Why, it's so genuine I can hardly sleep at night. What if he were to arrest me? Autonom. Why ever would he arrest his own mother, Nadezhda? Oh, you can't imagine how the idea has possessed him, Olymp. It's like he's on a drinking binge. He must have got that from his father. When his daddy used to drink, he'd roll up his sleeves and say, "Let me at him." Olymp. At whom? Nadezhda. At the Germans. "Kill the Krauts," he used to roar. "Or I'll make them all Orthodox." He had a terrible temper. Olymp. Is your son that fierce? Nadezhda. But he's a little lamb with his betters, Olymp. Olymp. Nadezhda, let's have the wedding now. Nadezhda. Oh, Olymp, you mean you've made up your mind? Olymp. Today, Nadezhda, let's have the wedding today. I've only one tiny condition. Nadezhda. A condition, Olymp? Olymp. Nadezhda, I want your son to move in with us as well. Nadezhda. Oh, don't worry about that, Olymp. My entire family is moving in. Olymp. What? Don't frighten me like that. No, Nadezhda. Why would you all need to move in? Nadezhda. Don't you worry about a thing, Olymp. It's no trouble at all. We'll just pack up our things and come straight away. Olymp. Just make sure, Nadezhda Petrovna, that he doesn't forget his mandate. Nadezhda. Oh, Olymp, he wouldn't move an inch without his mandate. Him and his mandate, they're stitched together. Why, only this morning he went to the baths, and all the time he had his soap in his right hand and his mandate in his left, getting soggy all the time. Let them never forget he said that I'm a big cheese, even when I'm in the nude. Olymp. So then I'll be expecting you, Nadezhda. Nadezhda. Back in a jiffy, dear Olymp. She goes. The telephone rings. Autonom answers. Olymp. Who is it now, Autonom? Autonom. It's Zarkin, Olymp. Olymp. Good God, what does he want? Autonom. He wants you to buy stocks, Olymp. Olymp. What stocks? Autonom. What stocks, he's asking? Pre-1917 ones? He says old stocks, Olymp. Yes, I hear you. Olymp, he says. Who's appeared? Who? Who's in Moscow? The Grand Duke Mikhailovich is already in Moscow? Good heavens, what? Olymp! And apparently her Imperial Highness Anastasia Nikolaevna is hiding somewhere in Moscow? Of course, don't you worry. He puts down the phone to Olymp. Olymp, he makes you promise on your word of honor not to tell a soul. Olymp, well, that's it. If Zarkin believes it, it must be true. They leave. Enter Ivan Ivanovich aside. What a pity I didn't go to university. It would have made talking to Olymp a lot easier. Enter Nastya, wearing only a sheet. Ivan. What a vision, Nastya. Where's that dress gone to? Ivan. Naked as a nymph, beshrouded in a sheet. How can I control myself? Nastya. Oh, don't you look now. Ivan. Excuse my impertinence, madam, but you don't seem to be wearing any clothes. Nastya. Oh, I thought it was some man or other, but it's only you, Ivan Ivanovich. Ivan. Anastasia Nikolaevna, what are you doing here? Nastya. Actually, Ivan Ivanovich, I don't know where I am. Ivan Ivanovich. How do you mean you don't know where you are? Anastasia Nikolaevna. You're lounging around without a stitch on. Nastya. It's not my fault, Ivan Ivanovich. My dress just dissolved. Ivan Ivanovich. Dissolved? Nastya. You probably won't believe me, but I've been drowned. Ivan. Drowned? Where did you drown? Nastya. On the chair. Ivan. Anastasia Nikolaevna, you must think I'm a complete idiot. Nastya. Honestly, Ivan Ivanovich, I'm in what you might call a desperate plight, and all you can do is stand there and cast aspersions. Ivan Ivanovich. Forgive me, Anastasia Nikolaevna, but how did you manage to get here? Nastya. In this chest. Ivan. I don't think I'm quite following. Anastasia Nikolaevna. Perhaps you'd better tell me the whole story right from the very beginning. Nastya. Well, all right then, Ivan Ivanovich, the whole story right from the very beginning. First of all, they made me wear a really posh dress. Then they wet me all over. And then they put me into this chest. And then they carried me here, Ivan Ivanovich. I'm afraid, Anastasia Nikolaevna, that I'm still somewhat confused. And what did they do to you when they finally got you here? Nastya. Well, they took all my clothes off and put me in a bed. Ivan, at last, Anastasia Nikolaevna, I understand it all. You've been sold into Sodom. Nastya. What's that you said? Ivan. It is all hideously clear. Nastya. How awful, Sodom. Ivan Ivanovich. And what is worse? Anastasia Nikolaevna, your employer, Nadezhda Petrovna, is a trafficker in human flesh. Nastya. The things that people get up to, and she looked such a nice person. Ivan Ivanovich. Why else should she pack innocent young women into chests and send them to strange men? Nastya. Oh, Ivan Ivanovich, what do you think they're going to do to me? Ivan Ivanovich. It seems abundantly clear, Anastasia Nikolaevna, Olymp Valerianovich is going to make you his concubine. Nastya. Make me his what? Ivan. His concubine. Nastya. What's that then? Ivan Ivanovich. A concubine, Anastasia Nikolaevna, is a sort of cook who gives illegitimate pleasure to men. Nastya. Oh my God! What an awful thing to do to an unmarried young lady. But on the other hand, Ivan Ivanovich, maybe he's like that bloke and sold into lust? Ivan Ivanovich. Who and sold into lust? Nastya. Well, that large young baron with cruel eyes that kidnaps an obscure but virtuous serving wench and carries her off to a Catholic church where he marries her because of his irrepressible love. Ivan Ivanovich. In a communist state, Anastasia Nikolaevna, there is no love. Only gender-related issues. And anyway, why would Olymp Valerianovich marry someone like you when he's rotten with money? They took me in too. I thought that Olymp Valerianovich was going to rip Pavel Sergeyevich apart, but now I see that they are all in it together. Nastya. So whatever can I do, Ivan Ivanovich? Ivan Ivanovich. What can you do, Anastasia Nikolaevna? You're a fallen woman. Nastya. Oh, Ivan Ivanovich, you're educated. Surely you can think of something. Ivan Ivanovich kneels and kisses Nastya's hand. I kneel not to you, Anastasia Nikolaevna, but to your great suffering stands. Bye-bye now. Must dash. Nastya. Hang on, Ivan. I'm coming too. Ivan Ivanovich. Where do you think you're off to like that? You'll be reported to the militia for using the public thoroughfare as a bathhouse. Nastya. Please, Ivan Ivanovich, I beg you, don't leave me here, Ivan Ivanovich. Here? Whatever you're saying, Anastasia Nikolaevna, if Olymp Valerianovich finds us in such a compromising situation, I shall be leaving by the window and not the lift. He hears steps. That's it, I'm done for now. Ivan Ivanovich hides under her sheet. Enter Agafangel with the dress, Olymp Valerianovich, Adonam Sigismundovich, and Valerian Olympovich. Agafangel. The dress is quite dry now. Adonam. Are you sure it's dry? Agafangel. It's dry, Your Excellency, dry as a bone. Olymp. It's dry, Adonam, dry as a bone. Nastya. Please don't come in. There's a young lady in here with nothing on. Olymp. Pardon me, Your Most Imperial Highness, but are you still in bed, or would you like me to help you get dressed? Ivan Ivanovich aside to Nastya, hiding. I knew it. You're going to be his concubine. Nastya aside. I think things are going to get sticky, Adonam. Would you care to wash yourself, Your Imperial Highness? Here's a basin. Ivan Ivanovich aside. A basin? I thought as much. Here we go. Nastya. Kill me rather, but I will not be dishonored. Valerian. I beg you to forgive me, Your Imperial Highness, if in any way it appeared that it was a most unfortunate misunderstanding if... Nastya. Don't you go thinking you can trick me with all those fancy words, you. I know what you're after, and I'm off. Olymp. How can you mistrust him, Your Imperial Highness? Here beats a true Russian soul. How can you doubt his passionate attachment and deep love? Nastya. Love? Really? You're having me on. Olymp. I swear to you, Your Imperial Highness. Valerian. Do not leave us, Your Imperial Highness. Nastya. I'd better go. Valerian. We beg you, Your Imperial Highness. Do not leave us. Stay here. Only change your name. Nastya. Are you having me on? Valerian. No, I swear, Your Imperial Highness. Nastya. Aside. What did I tell you, Ivan Ivanovich? It is just like and sold into lust. Aloud. Very well, my dearest darling, no longer shall I let you suffer. I shall accept your hand. Pray, hand me my garments. After we are married, will you call me Nastya? Valerian, Papa, I've suddenly gone all peculiar. Ivan, aside, don't trust them. Autonom, answer her, Valerian. Valerian, I can't, Uncle, my head is spinning. Ivan Ivanovich, aside, see, he's changed his mind. Olymp, Your Imperial Highness, could my son possibly dream of such an honor as to marry you? Nastia, aside, see, they're not nasty people. Aloud, certainly, thus do I cast aside the sham veil of pretense. Olymp, when would you like the ceremony, Your Imperial Highness? Nastia, why not this afternoon? I am free of all engagements. Ivan Ivanovich, aside, they are counter-revolutionary perverts and are leading us into a trap. Olymp, what was that? Nastia, oh, nothing. I was just talking to myself, and if you think my voice sounds a bit mannish, it's on account of my cold, which is something shocking. Olymp, of course, Your Imperial Highness. Sugar digga, bigga digga digga digga, bugga digga 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 bugga digga digga.